comes to a one. It is my duty, our duty, to endure. Stand with me. For as long as I still live. For Yvresse will never fall.
Welcome on back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 and part 20 of our legendary Eltharion, the Grim Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are here a few turns later to throw hands with Clan Rictus. Tretch Cravenhill has got himself over in the Underways. And as you can see here, his army is insane. So this has got a whole bunch of Warp Lightning Cannons, whole bunch of Doom Wheels, and we've got a couple more armies like that in the wings there. So we need to try to win this battle with very few losses. If we went to try to auto-resolve it, we would lose both of our Rangers and Ragara's Pride. Let's see if we can do a little better. Looks like there aren't any Menace Below summons we'll have to worry about here this battle, but we do have the Rictus Clanstone, which will give any warriors inside of its aura 32 extra bonus V large, will allow them to really hammer in on Eltharion and Stormwing, or Ragara's Pride, or even our new Omen of Assyrian, which I've recruited up for Eltharion's group here. Let's go ahead and see if we can take down a Tretch here without losing too many men to the field. Alright, I think we can kind of go for kind of a similar style strategy to last time, where we'll have all of our infantry back in the back, right, keep an eye on them. We'll have Ragara's Pride up front, so let's go ahead and have the cannons. I am tempted to have the cannons kind of off on their own to fire up the hill here. They won't have height advantage, but they do have range advantage, so whenever the...
Without fail.
Man, that's going to be a tough one, isn't it? So we can set the cannons up where they're going to be hammering out on the enemy generals and stuff as they come around the corner. We just want to try to use this as a shield for the most part, as much as we can. So we'll kind of deploy with the Sentinels, like so. There aren't any mages here at this group, except for the one Plague Priest. So we do have to worry about one summon, but only one. Keep them kind of hidden behind this area here. The artillery will come up over the hill, but if they all decide to stay in the trees, we can send in Ragara's Pride or even Eltharion to deal with them pretty easily. Let's go Silverin Guard up on either side here. Sentinels of Astoriel also on the flanks, just kind of either in the flanks or behind. West Loremaster, and then Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers here. Cannons here. What are we really missing in terms of front line? So it's just the Rangers and the Alpha Tamara Faith Bearers. Let's go ahead and put Alpha Tamara Faith Bearers up front and the Rangers behind, so they don't have any kind of missile resistance really all that much. I think they have a little bit, only being the physical version, so anything that's firing at them that is magical is going to cut right through their defenses. Faith Bearers in the center, Silverin Guards spread on the sides, Illyrian Reavers we're going to have up behind here, or just up kind of in the trees. We do want to know where the enemy is. There we go. We'll be able to see them a little bit coming in. They might waste some of their ammunition trying to hit our archers, and who knows, they might get really good luck there, they might not. So how fast are the Hamster Wheels of Doom? We don't need to know. Heard.
Archers! Glory matters not.
Alright, well let's go ahead and get everyone in their units. We'll get our main characters, our infantry, archers, and artillery, and then our remaining cav and fast movers. Alright then. A spooky one, but let's get it going. All of our infantry kind of advance up behind this wall here. Oh really, they already get some good shots. I don't think they actually managed to land any. I don't think we can also get close enough to fire on them with that 150 range. stay up front so we can fire on them, but let's not be foolish. Eltharion, get on up here. We can go for some sideways soul quenches towards the artillery teams. Get the Starwood Staff a-wiggling. Advance our infantry just a little bit there, that way they're not getting...
Acknowledged. For duty. For duty. We will obey.
There we are. Sentinels, and then our archers, the mainline archers behind here.
Orders received.
Alright.
Bleak, but unyielding.
Bleak but unyielding. Let's go ahead and launch these soul. You have to get quite a bit closer, do you? Then we can try to hit one of the warp lightning cannons that is clumped up together.
Empowered by vengeance.
We're gonna start getting shot at a little bit here.
Follow my vow. March toward
These shouldn't be nearly as accurate as it could zap cannons.
the might of Yvresse. Eltharion.
Perfect, let's get moving. I mean, whatever that hits, I'm here for it. I took out one of the cannons entirely. That's a perfect use. Just 5 winds of magic there. Alright, now they're mad. Let's get behind some stuff.
Onward. I am called upon. Wherever I am
Get some cover for Stormwing here.
Eltharion sends me.
And whenever they decide not to fire at Eltharion anymore, we can kind of come on back over and go for another Soul Quench. Either firing Plague Claw, Catapult shots. Hopefully Stormwing can dodge those.
By my father's blade.
Perfect. Stormwing should be fast enough. He's going to get hit by lightning if we're not careful, but
Warden repositioning. Eltharion serves.
there's a lot of lightning cannons firing on us now.
Eltharion sends me.
Good grief.
Warden marches.
Stormwing, dodge champion. Just trying to keep us on our toes.
Moving. Onward.
We don't stop moving, we're going to get hit by all the cannons at once.
Wherever I am needed. I follow my
Alright, bring our cav back.
Eltharion sends me.
Soul Quench, we have to probably take a couple of lightning cannon hits.
I go. I must.
Good grief. They are not calming that one down.
Guided
Fire
by
away.
stones.
Gotta have to get hit a couple times. Alright, now move yourself out of there. I think it's a definite trade we can handle.
Grim Warden rising.
Move a bit forward with the Eltharion Reavers again. Eltharion the Dodge King.
Warden repositioning. I follow my vow.
I mean, truthfully, we could just land him in down here and fight these Doom Wheels pretty easily.
Empowered by vengeance.
The Doom Wheel's going nowhere. And all of the cannons that are firing should hit Eltharion, or at least the Doom Wheel or the wall in front instead of him. Bring our Eltharion Reavers up. They can start being a nuisance as well. Actually, I think that's enough damage. Let's get Eltharion out of there.
Warden marches.
Alright, here come the catapult shots. Go ahead and pull the Reavers back.
Eltharion.
Get him, Eltharion. On the very edge of their range. They should have no trouble dodging that. Warp Lightning starting to fire on away.
Illyrian archers.
Come on, archers. Keep falling back. That hamster wheel should retreat right off the side there.
For Tor Yvresse.
Here comes the,
Yvresse.
Here comes the angry scavenger rat. He is an anti-infantry unit, though, so we should be able to deal with him pretty easily.
Quickly now.
Keep bringing them on back. Back we go for Arcane Unforgiving on Ickbolt.
The might of Yvresse.
Cannon should make very quick work of the hamster wheel.
Eltharion moving. Without hesitation.
As you say.
Keep advancing. Alright, cannons, go ahead and start blasting Ickbolt of Mordheim now.
I am ever ready. Eltharion sends me.
Lawmaster of
We can hit him with a Spirit Leech as well. Keep Eltharion moving around the side. We can go ahead and drop in the heals for Eltharion self.
Guided by waystones.
Keep the lads moving. Spears advance. Arcane Phoenix out to the side. Ragara's Pride, you as well.
Asa, forward. Illyrian archers.
Alright, you go ahead and catch him steady there. All of our other archers need to focus fire the Doom Wheel. Rigara's Pride, come on in and go after these clowns. Or not Ikit. Eltharion, you come on in and surround... Go after these Rattling Guns. Arcane Unforgiving on the Priest. They are not getting through. Rigara's Pride is slow and stop. Go ahead and land there. You guys turn and help out. Spears bog this one down. There we go, there we go. Rocks from the sky here on these poor fools. Then the good old Phoenix. Blast this back through. Rigara's Pride, you help out here with this Doom Wheel. Spears catch. If you can, I kind of bounce off in a weird way. Let's drop the heals for our front line here. Eltharion's getting... How are they shooting him point blank? Oh, he decided not to get... He decided to get up in the air again. Alright, we'll go for another Arcane Unforgiving for Clash. He's going to summon in some more clan rats from underground. We're not really very scared of that, I can't lie. Well done, Arcane Phoenix. Well done, Dragon. Go ahead and bring these Spearmen back. Let's go ahead and get the heals on everyone up front here. Arcane Unforgiving is dragging this guy's health down. Let's move in now on the artillery teams. I mean, they're trying, aren't they? Rattling Guns just running into combat. Not gonna work for you. We'll go ahead and Spirit Leech Mormel here before he gets one more charge. He'll smash in, and most of those Silver Ends should hold the line pretty well. Oh, we keep summoning more plague monsters from below. And actually, for some reason, we don't have the Warden's Cage here, which I'm confused about. I'm guessing it's because we're in the Underways. I think we had it last time we were fighting against Queek, so I'm not really sure. Alright, come on, Eltharion. We'll go ahead and advance all of the archers to blasting away at this group. We can have the Omen of Assyrian fly over the top. We'll just keep giving Eltharion some heals.
The might of Yvresse.
Rigara's Pride, you kind of come up and through. We have our Horse Archers be obnoxious as well. Launch the Phoenix back through.
Obliterate them.
Obliterate them.
Fang sword strikes.
Do we Hand of Glory this group before we leave? Looks like no. We can Spirit Leech or go for a Melkoth, though. And I think Spirit Leech it shall be. The Pride should have a really good job, or do a really good job of catching Tretch, but that is his fairly elite artillery army dealt with. Just use your line of sight against them. Alright, so I'm going to do what I can to run down the surviving Clan Rictus elites here, and I'll catch you all in a moment. Alright, a close victory against an army like that, we'll absolutely take it. We only lost 151 in the fighting. Actually, most of that was our own Pride here, as we were running them down. I used the Hand of Glory on one of our Horse Archers, and they managed to hit mostly Lions there, so again, our Horse Archers are really good at taking out our own Lions. We got a Rampager standard we stole from them. Not bad. We're definitely going to go ahead and replenish. Alright, since he has retreated, Tretch is actually going to be more powerful here this next battle, which is not super great. He did manage to keep 2 of the hamster wheels, but they have such low health that it shouldn't be that big a deal.
Prince Eltharion.
We are going to be taking attrition ourselves, which is lame. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Going into March would just allow us to get in even further trouble here with Crab. Because likely Tretch would get the ambush, and then we're dealing with all sorts of nonsense, which we're already going to be having to. Rattling guns coming from here, and Goat Tree's bringing even more warp lightning, so... Yoy. Craven by name, turning and running away under the auspices of coming back with reinforcements is just running away, and the mark of a coward to boot. Gives Eltharion more speed and more leadership during those subterranean intercept battles. And got Eltharion up to rank 50 too. So we are now maxed out for Eltharion, which means no more skills for the boy. This last one has to be worth it. Honestly, probably just Elven Healing. Helps out with that attrition just a little bit, so we're only taking a smidgen. We're only losing 3 soldiers there. I think all things considered, that was incredibly worth it. We'll go ahead and grab Woundmaker here for Cabal. That way, whenever he does land those blade hits, he is very mean. We did manage to capture one of the rats previously, so we have Scurry Away and the Ruin Shelter active for us at the moment. This rat belongs to Rictus. I am tempted to send him on back. Indoctrinated, yoinking away some of their gold. So you know what we will? We're going to go ahead and indoctrinate this one. Yoinking away 5% of their treasury.
They will believe.
We have no more upgrades we can go for. I don't know why it says there's 2 available. We have no further upgrades. The upgrade costs 5 supplies. Morphin Rod has been indoctrinated and looks like it doesn't change our income at the moment, but I figure it will because Rictus should have a huge economy at the moment.
Master of high magic.
Alright, so we can't quite reach Floating Village here this turn, but we can kind of encamp across the river here. Getting across this river is a pain. We'll just march stance across. In fact, we'll go ahead and march stance across with both. That way we're both across ready to hit the Floating Village. This river is a fantastic natural barrier for the elves, but for none of the factions we've been dueling so far. Looks like the Empire's finally dealt with the Ogre threat, which is perfect. Yeah, there's not really much left in terms of threats, although Duke Jared appears to be
Protector of the realm.
insistent on being annoying. All of the angry Bretonnians here.
Valiant Lord.
Unless he goes after one of our smaller settlements, he stands 0 chance. We'll go ahead and snag the Tower of Mages, getting us our final, or at least our military advancements 4. I don't know if that's the final one. Where do we get military advancements 3 from? The Ithlamar Smith. Interesting. So we're going to skip the 3rd one and get right to upgrading Phoenixes, Dragon Princes, and Lords and Heroes. Fair enough. We can also go ahead and grab the Amphitheater for just maximum gold. And I think here at Tor of Yvresse, the Warden's Tower is going to be a glorious add-in. But all it's really going to do is give us 10 more control. So we'll get this when we do. In the meantime, we'll probably go ahead and snag the Elven Gardens, because 30% more income from entertainment buildings is great, and none of the other military buildings we could add on in here are really going to give us anything else in terms of actual things for this area. We've got the Ithlamar Smith going in for up in Albion, so we'll just let that be as is. We've got 1,400 gold to work with, and Carcassonne is taking out the Norskins. Or Corone, that is. Wow, Corone is... The good guys here in this campaign are handling things. So really, what do we need to do to consider this one a victory? Eliminate the top knots who have returned. Now just eliminate Clan Scryer, that's it. Alright, well we're closing in on the end here for this campaign. It's been quite a bit of fun. We gotta figure out what we're gonna be playing next. Actually, if you have been watching this entire time, what do you think should be our next faction that we look at? We've got the Dark Elves, of course. We've got quite a few good options. Let's go ahead and chuck in the Gem Mineshaft here at Krak Asgal. And then just do a quick checkup on any kind of confederation.
Greatest of the dragon.
Ugh, Dragon Princes are being difficult. I actually think Eltharion is the easiest of the High Elves to actually confederate, because all you gotta do is bully Grom a couple times.
Elven Archmage.
Yeah, so Yennefer, I guess, especially now that they're subjugating the north just fine, we can just leave you here. We've got 3 more turns before we can start getting the Lion Chariots. So let's start, I guess, retrofitting. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Reapers of Ladriel. We'll just basically, their riders are going to be given chariots instead.
I bring Azurion's fire. Magic in purest.
So I want, I think, 4 chariots. I think I want to replace these normal tree kin with actual proper tree men, that way we have a big target to wait on in, and then the chariots can kind of smash into the infantry that surround them. Yes, so this is only available in the in-camp stance. So let's come on back into the Citadel of Lead.
Bring me my tomes.
Bring me my tomes. We'll go ahead and get rid of these Silver In Guard.
High Elven Archmage.
And both of these Treekin. We'll replace them with something a little bit more elite. So we could get all the way up to a Star Dragon, which I think having full control of the skies is well worth it. Then we can come over here to Avalorn and grab a couple of the Tree Men. Or one of the Tree Men, that is. Yeah, so we got Tree Man, we've got Star Dragon, we've got Her Moon Dragon, and then we've got Iliadiel for the ground. And then let's grab, let's say, one more big Tree Man for the two pillars of this army. Awesome. I mean, Order is holding out this time just fine. The Darklands are dark as usual. We'll have to see how Cathay's doing here pretty soon. Alright, so zoom on in, and that'll be our turn. A little bit of a spooky one for Eltharion, but I think we can hold the line. I'm betting we're going to get a nice and large battle here with Rictus. Alright, I jumped up to go to the bathroom, and I came back, and it looks like Rictus is taking the Rome versus Carthage Take 2 approach and going everywhere that Eltharion is not. You big old coward, come fight Eltharion directly. Obviously you can take down Krad Tama, and that's not impressive.
I will heal you.
But I promise no more than that. Join there. You really don't like Khalida. How about you just finish Khalida off like a big boy, and then you can go deal with Zeech. Wait, he teleported over the top of us, we didn't manage to catch him? Well, that's some nonsense. Well, at least we get the good trait for Gyrohus there, our princess. Man, she's had a bad name this whole time. And Codly Rathier and Trilinia. Trab, what do you want to bet that Trab's gonna run for the hills?
Think me fool, fool!
Let's find out. We really don't have much choice. Okay, that's lots of fun. You shouldn't be able to run away if your army is large for the AI. There should be a limit, like 18, where they are unable to run away, period. Otherwise, they're just going to run, they're going to try to take down Desolation of the Gash, it's just going to be, avoid Eltharion, do not come fight me, only pick off the small settlements. It's not a lot of fun to play against, I can't lie. Because they just refuse to fight you in outright battles. Alright, so Lillian, you and your other friendly princess here. What's around Luggin.
The Kadai watch over us. Outrageous.
Outrageous.
Asur to battle.
That's the top knots dealt with.
Spoils for the Asur.
Once again. Now we just need to keep things in order. So honestly, go ahead and tear out the floating village here. See, we could give these over to the dwarves, but I'm not going to. We'll repair it. Caracas Gall will take up to the next tier. Oh man, Trab's just gonna be a monster, isn't he? Yeah, they're gonna go after Desolation. And just not a lot we can do about it. Alright then, for our princess, we can go ahead and give you your dedication. Hoeth there for less corruption. Vol for armor. Kurdos for battle loot, and upkeep production for White Lions. Is there any that help out with just normal archers for Isha? But not a bad call. Dragons. Sea Guard, and more income from ports faction wide, and then Hukon for chariots. Really nothing for Phoenix. I think Syrian would probably upgrade the Phoenix as well. I think I would like to see a little bit of a change there. Let's get a dedication to Isha, since she has so many archers. And Lothar and Sea Guard, of course. Well, I guess we're here now.
One's triumph was foreseen.
Probably dedication to nothing but Mathland is the way to go. That way you get maximum boosts to your ports. For Speed of Assyrian, we'll go Speed of Assyrian and Replenish Troops. The Lillian, our Mage of Metal, will go ahead and give you the dedication to Mathland. You don't really have anything that can benefit from that right now. We're just for the just for the upgrade to our ports.
Effortless for such as I.
Replenish
Archmage.
troops, speed of Assyrian. Perfect. Now they can come and start bringing their weapons to bear against Tretch. Just going to be a very grindy battle against him, where they're going to be doing everything they can to be sneaky and not go for fair fights, which makes sense. Extra income from ports for the local province. That'd be boosting up 10% for both this harbor and the other. I do still think it's going to be better to just go for the gold as is. 100 gold is more than 10% from both of those other places. We'd be getting, what, 30 from each? So 30 additional or 100 additional. Or I guess 60 additional or 100 additional. Figure that math out eventually. I mean, we're pretty well set. Yes, Dastan could attack, but I think he would just get obliterated against our walls. So we can go ahead and upgrade the Phoenix Gate now. Magical bolts. We'll skip on through. We'll come on back down to Eltharion. And I guess we will have ourselves another battle against some rats. Alright, another underway interception. This one we also can't give to the auto-resolve because they'll just slaughter our men. That was a little bit of a different one this time. Looks like we have even more cover than normal. Alright, fair enough. Let's take it to them. There are, it looks like 2 summons of menace below we'll be worrying about this time. Not as many as normal. Alright. So we can't get lucky and have it set up with our previous setup, sadly. I'm just going to go ahead and have the cannons and the other artillery up front.
As you say.
I will have the rangers deploy directly behind them. And then we'll go ahead and set up all of our archers. So we'll have the mainline archers spread out. Group them down into a couple of lumpy positions there. Fire archers, and then the sentinels of Astaril.
Understood. Acknowledged.
Like so.
Without fail.
Silver Guard on the flanks. This time not as far up because they're just going to get obliterated. The Redeemer's in here. Behind our archers. Regara's Pride, our archer, horsemen, which I think we want a little ways up. That way they're not getting too much friendly fire on those menace below summons.
Eltharion!
We'll have Eltharion near here. But honestly, this should work out fine.
Always ready.
Always ready. Alright, sweet business. As soon as we've dealt with the enemy artillery, you can go ahead and pull them back.
Avenge the foe.
There's the main characters, our infantry, missiles, cavalry. Would have you switch over to multi-shot round. Actually, take it back. Since they're going to be sitting in the hamster wheel first, we'll go ahead and have it normal. And let the battle begin. Need to put you a little bit further up there, my friend.
It shall be done.
I will just soul quench towards their lord there.
By my father slain.
I'm on to you, Skaven.
It will be done.
I want to advance just a little bit there.
Forward. Eltharion
Horse archers up on the sides. Eltharion, go ahead and heal yourself first.
I'm making.
We're starting to get shot at now by the artillery. Go ahead and pull him back just a smidge. Or I guess we can push him forward. That way we can throw those at the rattling guns. Blade Claw catapults aren't nearly as scary here. There's the summon. Arcane Phoenix, go get him. We'll have you just drop down the heals. That should work out pretty good. Phoenix goes hunting. We'll let the Rangers chase them off. The Phoenix get back up in the air. Alright then. Getting shot at a little bit.
I am called
How did our Soul Quench miss?
follow my vow.
Huh.
Eltharion serves.
Eltharion archer.
Well, one more minute's below someone for us to worry about. But have you guys fall back into position there. Alright, Eltharion, you should be in about a good spot to launch another Soul Quench towards these Rattling guns. I see your line of sight there. Garrus, probably just scare them and then run away. I'll drop one more heal to make sure everyone's good to go. Beautiful. Now we're set. Eltharion, would you like to do the honors and go ahead and just land on this Rattling gun? I'm not sure what he's casting. Where is he throwing that lightning? I mean, I heard the warp lightning going down, but where's he throwing it? Alright, go ahead and give yourself the heals there, Eltharion. Drop some rocks on the fools that are trying to run. Arcane Phoenix back through. Yeah, we kind of deserve that one. Pull you two back. Eltharion, can you move up and deal with this set of artillery now? Please and thank you. Thought I saw one more Menace Below summon coming out. Or I heard one, that is. You two come on up and go after this assassin. Are they still shooting at my cav as they run? Nice shots. Eltharion is getting shot up in a little bit. We just drop in the heals. Let them try their worst. Should terrify off the Plague Claw catapults all the same, so let's get back up in the air there, Big Papa. Assassins move pretty quickly. And then friendly fire from the other archers. There's no escape now, Assassin. You have gone the wrong direction. Alright, Eltharion's back up in the air. We'll send him around after the other Rattling guns that are left there. Or just after this Doom Wheel. Could work out. More heals for yourself. Alright, Omen of Assyrian. I know I told you to go after the assassin there. There it is. Broken he is. Cannons, are you firing on the priest? You do the same thing, but let's go after the Rattling guns in spread shot mode. Alright, you go ahead and land on top of them. Just kind of power your way through. The Phoenix is annihilating this assassin. Alright, Cannon, you keep picking off the Plague Priest there in the middle. Keep moving up along the sides. We can get around the backs there for a nice charge. Get the Omen moving on in. We'll go for another Spirit Leech, this time on Trab the Excited. And Excitable. Move up. Artillery, just go ahead and fall back a little bit there. Behind our line works. Alright, Omen. Let's move up to about this position. You turn and charge. Heals for yourself there, Eltharion. Bang sword. More heals. We'll have these archers hunt down this group of Plague Claw. Just kind of run up behind there. Omen of Assyrian, move on in. Rangers are dueling. They're doing alright. Launch the Phoenix through. Yep, definitely go ahead and land there on these Rattling guns. We definitely need them stopped. At all costs. Deal here, give yourself another heal, more melee defense. Rangers are taking some serious damage. Go ahead and get them to fall back. Catch the Lord in prison, get everyone firing on him. There we go. That's a capture. Nice and clean.
I fight for Yvresse.
Alright, rats, now what?
Eltharion.
Alright, let's move up and collab this Warlock Engineer. Spirit Leech here. It's between a rock and a hard place.
Always ready.
Always ready.
The Grim Warden rises.
Orders received.
Not bad at all. So we'll do what we can to run down the rest of these surviving rats, and I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, we'll take a close victory there. We have turned the tide that was Clan Rictus. We'll go ahead and take the extra gold here. Sounds great.
They will fund elsewhere.
Alright, Yvresse the Musterer and a Coggin has been discovered ambushing. Down there in the Temple Avenue of Gold, likely trying to kind of sneak their way up into our territory. Looks like we've got yet another... Good grief, they're all bruised and bloody. But we are victorious. Got a new rat to add. Let's go ahead and... Every time we interrogate them, we do give every one of our lords a little bit of experience, so there's no reason not to. And then I'm just going to go ahead and send them...
Spare yourself torment.
Crab is useful for them, but I'm going to go ahead and send him right on back, indoctrinated, to give us a little bit more gold. Just steal as much of their treasury as we can. Beautiful. We got Morphin, Rot, and Tretch up here in the north trying to refit their armies. Blame you. So what we'll do with Eltharion, we're not doing as much replenishing here in the mountains.
Redemption. Recuperate.
We'll definitely want to kind of push through. We'll leave the desolation there. If they want to go for it, so be it. We're just going to chase them down. Rangers are up to having a lot of attack and defense. Avil, we'll go ahead and give you that last one into Woundmaker. You're closing in on being max level. Alright, so Lamia's gone. So the Dawi are controlling this position. Our kind of split start has made us have a bit of a weird empire here. Duke Jared is just going to continue to be obnoxious.
Lord of Bretonia.
Grail Knights for days. Interesting that he decided to pop up over in our territory. We'll throw the Royal Garrison in here, we'll throw in the Elven Artisan. We are still in where the Mists of Yvresse are. That means we will get 4 summons of the Sentinels. We get the Oath of Replenishment and all sorts of other goodies. So attacking our territory on the home front would be very dangerous for them.
Elven Archmage.
If we can about get you those chariots, we can't get the Knights of Torgaval. Oh, they're so expensive. 728? You only get 4 of them. These guys had better be the best 4 knights there ever were. I think I want. So for Eltharion squad, I think I'm actually going to be replacing these 2 Rangers with the Skyhawks. They're more or less the same thing. Rangers have Woodsmen, though. They've got more physical resistance, and they've got that Grim Discipline, but these guys will too. They just won't have that resistance. So they're more of a Vanguard aggressive unit. It's going to take 4 turns for us to get them, though. Don't want to sit here for 4. I don't want to sit here for 6 either. Alright, such is the way. Replacing our Rangers with some cavalry or single entities is likely the way to go. We don't have any we can get in a single turn, so we'll just kind of hold off. I don't think there's any we can get through ROR either. Let's go find one of our smaller armies, just to find out. Sisters, the Grey, and then the Pure Main, which are just extremely elite axe infantry.
Protector of Ulthuan.
Alright, well, Protector of Ulthuan, it's time for you to move on through. Start helping Eltharion.
We march on.
March stance to Karakazgal.
Master of
So Lillian, you are going to go with...
Bring me my tomes.
Bring me my tomes. Really, gemstones aren't doing all that much for us. Higher recruit rank in all provinces for lore masters, and then we get the gem setting. So extra income from all industry. Probably not a bad one to get. But let's go for the upgrade to Karak Asgal to tier 3. Still got some pretty bad control in these two areas, so the watchtower to keep them safe, definitely going to be necessary. We'll just go for both those watchtowers over time.
Protect it.
Old alliances are starting to form up. We'll go ahead and grab our military access, or military alliance with Krogar, who still doesn't want to trade. And Tzeentch is fielding so many armies. They're fighting a whole bunch of nations all at the same time.
Bow before the rightful lords of
I concur.
Wielder of
There we go. Well, now we've kind of formed up a nice allegiance here. Oh, nice alliance. There are so many armies. White Raven, Kagan, Immortal. And all of them are fairly elite. So hopefully the armies of the Empire can hold the line. More income there, or just more walls. We don't lose the settlements to rebellions. That is quite annoying. One's moved. How do we turn?
The Waystones cannot be safe.
I lost to trying to sue for peace again. No, and you're very lucky the elves have just decided not to destroy you. That's pretty much all that's happened here. Alright, Disciples of the Maw are gone, so another destruction race bites the dust. Fort of Cain is ready to receive a new owner. We don't think it needs one, but...
Fang sword ready.
I not wade through scat.
I not wade through scat.
Think me fool.
Stand ready.
I mean, we're forcing him to stand and fight here at Spike Peak. What a bad time for Tretch. He can't even retreat. We also just take the Sword of Cain. Auto Resolve's gonna kill my Rangers. And Ragara's Pride. After everything we've been through. I actually think it's gonna be fine. We're gonna go ahead and actually let them clear those units out. And we're gonna go ahead and replace them while we're sitting here. A little bit spooky. We lost quite a few there, but our archers are all fine. We can loot for a little bit of replenishment. Tretch has been captured, which means we are absolutely not sending him back. Interrogation for Tretch, and you're gonna sit here in prison forever. You've just lost your legendary lord. How unfortunate. Yeah, so let's come on in here and we'll grab us some of the Skyhawks. Take 4 turns. You guys are lucky. Grab 2 Skyhawks and then 6 for the Knights of Torqueval. This might be one where we just take a few turns, and I'll see you all back when we're done recruiting. So let's go ahead and grab everything in here. Let's get Eltharion's army kind of maxed out how we want. We'll probably end up swapping the cannons for something a little bit more elite in terms of Dawi firepower. I like the range the cannons have, though. So maybe just swapping these Eagle Claw bolt throwers out for proper cannons is going to be the way. Just making sure we have that range. Our archers are dealing with massed up units, no problem. So yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the Eagle Claw. They cost 166 to 190. We don't have the bonus versus large, but we do have just the cannonry, which I think is as important, if not more. Alright, sweet. So while we're here, we could also go for the Invocation of Vol. I think we're just going to go for actually the Invocation of Ladriel here, to hurt the rogue army that's sitting in our territory even further. That boosts the attrition by, I think, an additional... I don't know the exact percentage. I thought I did at one point. Let's see how much more.
Honor before glory.
And it's still not dropping that much. It's still... I mean, they're not enjoying themselves over here by any means. Alright, well that...
The Warden of Tor
Before we end the turn, let's go ahead, or in the episode, let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, upgrades here at Conquada, take the theater up, that way we get even more control. Once we hit 100, then we get a lot more buffs for most of the buildings. Harbor here. We can go... Elven Craftsman here. Colonnade for even more income. Or honestly, we could actually put back in the barracks or this Silverhelm building. Oh, you know what? Let's get the walls. Walls it is. Elven Art is in there for even more money. Our economy's starting to get
Tower.
nice and juicy here. We're at one more ally unit we can bring on in. Who do we want that to be? Just an additional Star Dragon? I think we can probably get one of those from Calidor if they're... Wait, no, we could go for a Forest Dragon. Kind of mix them up. We just have to wait. So, 54 for a Forest Dragon? That I think we can do. We also, if we could go ahead and upgrade the outpost we have there, it might decrease how much that costs. East with it drowned? Never. Alright, well, Yennefer, you're staying here until the... Well, you can get the chariots. What am I talking about? How much do they cost, though? 1,000 apiece. They're almost identical to the Ithilmar chariots. They just have bonus versus infantry and actual armor piercing. Less armor. And a little bit less speed. More attack, less defense. I would like to see them have a little bit more charge bonus since they have lions pulling the chariots instead of horses. Something about lions seems bigger and stronger on the charge than a horse. I don't know, that's just me. Who hasn't been moved? Is it Yennefer they're talking about here? Yeah, she's fine.
At your service.
These two, on the other hand, are not fine. We'll have you march up to
Entering the
Crodtommen
city.
and Lolilian.
High magic.
We'll have you follow behind. Plan is we're going to have them move through Nagash, hit Nagash Azar, and come through Bitter Bay, where Eltharion will come through Sump Pit, I guess liberate Karak Azul and give it back to the Dawi, that kind of thing.
I'm waiting.
High
I'm waiting.
mage. Be prepared, Asur.
So we'll have you go into
Even
encamp. We've already got the 4 units from our allies, though, so we'll have you just normal
Ready
stance
yourselves.
and grab some spears. We can have our front line being cheaper and cheerful, and then everyone else being very elite. Alright, sweet. And we'll skip on through, and that will be the last kind of intern here for this episode. Turn once more. Rictus has a couple of, well, I guess both of them have a Scheme of Doom out, so we'll have to worry about a Warlock Engineer coming on in. In fact, this is in there. Hello there, Warlock Engineer. Alright,
My
Cavil.
life for Tor Yvresse.
Can you just go ahead and destroy?
Death comes for them.
Oh, well done. Well done indeed. Get rid of that Warlock Engineer. We don't need that around here.
You seek illumination?
Disgusting. We'll actually go ahead and grab the appointed mentor. That way all the skills that he's gaining with Eltharion should go out to the other Lore Masters of Hoeth we start recruiting. So I'd like to start getting out a bunch of them.
If you will it.
If I will it. I do
Duty
indeed.
calls.
So we'll have you guys roll together. Well, before I end the turn here, we'll just have you
We march.
encamp up.
Asurian's decree.
You have only 2 out of the 4 allowed.
Outrageous.
Outrageous. We'll go ahead and get rid of 2 of these Normie Spears. And replace them. We have 2 Phoenixes. We want to go in on fire, don't we? So, Dawi. Do you have any flamethrowers I can borrow? Oh, you do indeed. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and take these flame cannons. So we've got some artillery. How about that?
Infused by Hoeth's wisdom.
Spearmen for a front line, and we are real good to go there. Beautiful. Okay, well that's going to be all the time I've got for today. We will likely be picking up in the next time right after Eltharion's done recruiting up his men, if there is nothing exciting going on. Of course, we do have Duke Jared trespassing, but he's taking all of the attrition from being in the mists, so we'll see. See how well he's able to stay here. He's up to almost a max army, so all it's going to do is start attritioning down to 0 now. You get what you deserve. Looks like the Elven Fairground here and back in Yvresse proper. I think we'll go for... yeah, the Elven Gardens to buff up that income from the entertainment buildings a little bit further. recruit ourselves a couple of lore masters. So we get Elandrin, the Blade Lord. Actually, don't really have any very decent, deviant, undivided corruption. Or the Mooncalf. There are people living inside Morrisleep, right inside, yes, and they want to take over the world. And with that, that's all the time I've got for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Eltharion the Grim campaign. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne. I'll see you on the next one.